You have studied English for many years. You learned grammar, vocab, and other things, but now you feel stuck. Today, you will learn how to study. Welcome to Speak English with Tiffani. I am Teacher Tiffani. Let's jump right in. Okay, there are 5 methods to studying English. Now, before we look at these methods, we need to remember that there are 3 types of English learners: the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced learner. Now, this video is focused on the intermediate advanced learner, but I still want to explain the difference. So let's take a look at the beginner. You see, the beginner learner is focused on mimicking. Okay, mimic just means to copy. So, for example, when you first start learning English, you learn this. How are you? This is the question that you normally start off with. And what's the response? Many students that are beginner learners learn, I'm fine, thank you. And you? You see, as a beginner learner, you just learn things to copy. This is what the beginner learner learns. Now, the intermediate learner is focused on expressing. Let's do that R again. Expressing opinion. Okay? When you are an intermediate learner, now your opinion becomes important. For example, the questions normally are, what do you think about ... Or, what is your favorite ... and why? Okay, at the intermediate level, you're learning how to express your opinion and also give reasons why. Now, the advanced learner is totally different. You see, as an advanced learner, you must learn how to analyze, summarize, and also compare. Let me explain. So this is what happens at the advanced level. And remember, this part is also explained if you go to my video on how to think in English. Okay, I'll put the link above to the right. Now, this is what happens. You are giving your opinion when you are an intermediate learner. But now you must give your opinion and also look at the opinions of other people. Okay? Now, other people's opinions are also important. This is why the advanced learner sometimes feels stuck. It's hard to know how to advance at this level. But don't worry. Today, I will teach you exactly how to do this. Okay? Let's keep going. All right, so let's get started with the first method. The first method is to study in chunks. Now, the word chunks, it just means a group, okay? Studying as a group, all right? Okay, so the first thing is you have to remember that your brain is already full of lots of English information, okay? In the beginning and also the intermediate level, you have attained or acquired lots of English information. For example, you've learned English grammar. All of these things are inside of your brain. You've learned English idioms and even expressions. Let's change this real quick. English expressions and also idioms. And you've also learned English vocabulary. Okay, now the fact is all of this information is in your brain, but you need to figure out how to study using all of it at the same time. So this is what you're going to do. First, you need to pick a topic. Okay? Then what you need to do is find videos on that topic, okay? On the topic. Then you need to find articles or blogs about that topic, okay? About the topic. Okay? The next thing you need to do is find images and vocabulary about the topic. Now remember, if you need any advice or you need to look at how this is actually done, go to my previous video that explains how to do this. Okay? Let's keep going. Now, the next thing you need to do is combine, see if we can get this E in there, combine all the information. Remember, info is the same thing as information, just a shortened form. Then you need to organize it on one page, okay? Remember, your journal or your notebook is going to be very important when you're an advanced or an intermediate advanced learner. And then you need to section off, so section off your notebook by topic. Okay, this is going to help you to remember things in chunks, okay? And so this is what's going to happen. When you look at your notebook, let's go to the last phase of this method. So your topic is going to be written in your notebook like this, okay? So what you're going to do is review, let's do this like this, review the information based on topics. When you come back to review the information, you're studying it in chunks. What happens is this gives your brain tons of triggers, okay? Triggers are important for you to remember, okay? And also, if you want to learn more about triggers, you can see my previous video that talks about triggers, and they're important when you're studying English. And also, this is important because you will remember information or info based on a topic, okay? And this is very easy when you're speaking English. This makes it easier for you to speak confidently, okay? So again, the first method, study in chunks, okay? Let's go to the next screen. All right, our second method is to read opposite opinions. Okay, so the fact is everyone has their own opinion, okay? No matter what language you speak, everyone has their own opinion. This is a fact. So it is important for you as an intermediate advanced or as an advanced English learner, it is important to understand more than one opinion, okay? More than one opinion on a certain topic. Let's fix this in, fix the in, okay? To understand more than one opinion on a certain topic. Now, what happens first with this method is you need to find an article or a blog to read. You can pick whatever topic you want, but find an article or a blog to read. Now, what happens, as you'll notice, there are two different articles here. The reason is because the next thing you need to do, so first was this, the next thing you need to do is find a different or another article or blog, but here's the key, with an opposite or an opposing opinion. This is the key. So, for example, if this article said that apples are the best fruit, you need to find a separate article that says that pears are the best fruit, okay? This is what you need to think about. Find an article with the opposite opinion, okay? Then as you move on, after you found both of those articles, what you need to do is first analyze both opinions, okay? Now, the next thing after that is you need to write the differences. I'm just going to put DIFF, which is short for differences, and similarities, short for similarities, between, this means between the two opinions, okay? Now you see what's happening is you have to look at the articles and see the similar points and the different points, okay? This is going to help you to start thinking even more deeply about this topic in English. Now, after you've done that, we're going to go to the last phase of this method. What you need to do is to think about which opinion you agree with. Now, this is when your opinion comes into play or becomes important. Which opinion you agree with more. All right. Now, the next thing is you must come up with 3 reasons why. Okay, you need to support your opinion. Now, again, remember, if you need help figuring out how to come up with 3 reasons, watch my video that explains how to answer any question and how to give reasons for your opinion. Okay, let's keep going. Method number 3 is watch and find examples. All right, so the first thing you need to remember when you're looking for something to watch is to find an interesting show or movie. When you're looking for something to watch in English, remember that it's important to find something that you would also watch if it was in your own language, okay? So find an interesting show or movie. Now, some students may feel uncomfortable because they speak very quickly in the show or the movie. So, when you're watching the show or the movie, if necessary, you can watch with the English subtitles, okay? Only with the English subtitles if necessary, okay? Subtitles. All right. So then what you're going to do is, as you are watching the show or the movie, you're going to listen for unknown expressions or idioms, okay? Unknown expressions or idioms. That's what you're looking for as you watch the show or the movie, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to write them down in a notebook, okay? Now remember, I went over this in a previous video lesson on how to study English 30 minutes a day. So you can go back to that lesson. The link will be at the top on the right if you want to get a refresher course on how to study 30 minutes a day. It will help you with this step as well, okay? Now, you're going to write them in a notebook, but remember to keep watching, okay? But continue watching. You don't want to stop in the middle of the show to start studying. You want to keep watching the show that you are looking at, okay? Let's do this over again. That G is not showing up. So keep watching. There we go. Now we're going to move on to the next phase of this method. So what you're going to do is right here, you're going to, after you finish watching the show or the movie, for each of the words or the expressions or the idioms, for each one, you're going to look online for other examples, okay? For other examples of when it is used, okay? You can look on blogs, you can look on articles, whatever you find online. But here are some other examples. You can find images that express that actual expression or idiom. You can find videos, and you can find, let's add an S there, you can find blogs, okay? There are many different ways that you can find expressions and idioms in other places. And the last thing you want to remember is you want to write them in your notebook, okay? But you're going to write them next to the expression, okay? And this is important because what you're doing is you are building connections, okay? You're building connections related to the topic, okay? Building connections related to the expression, so not the topic, but related to the expression or idiom, okay? So this is why it's so important to find examples. And when you do this, it's also easier to remember, okay? Later on, when you're talking about this expression or talking about the idiom or even talking about a topic related to them, it'll be easier for you to remember these expressions and these idioms, okay? So again, method number 3, watch and find examples, okay? Let's go to method number 4. All right, method number 4 is to listen to the most popular. Now, what you have to remember is that there are many people, and many people speak English as native speakers, okay? Many people speak English. They can be American, they can be British, and they can be from many other English-speaking countries. Now, these people who speak English listen to many different programs. So, there are many TV shows, there are many radio shows or radio programs that these individuals listen to. Now, as an English learner, your job is to first find the most popular among these people, okay? So you want to find the most popular, okay? The radio show or the TV show, whatever you want to listen to, okay? It's TV, but you can still listen to it in the background sometimes, okay? So you want to find the most popular. And this is because the native English speakers are listening or talking about that specific topic or that specific radio program. So again, you want to find the one that native English speakers are, that S didn't come up. Hold on one second. There we go. Put it right there. Are listening, write a little smaller, listening to or talking about, okay? Now, if you have a little bit of questions about this part and you want to understand how to improve your listening skills, then watch my other video that talks about how to improve your English listening skills. Okay, let's keep going. Now, after this, what's going to happen is you are going to listen to it. Okay, so you found what they're listening to. Now you need to listen to it. Remember, you can find, so for this step right here, you can go on Google and you can find it there, or you can go on Yahoo or whatever search engine you want to use to find what's popular at the time. Okay, so you're going to listen to it, and then if you need to, you can listen more than once. Okay, listen more than one time. Okay, more than one time if you need to. Okay, now after you've listened to it, what you're going to do now is, right here, you're going to find blogs talking about the topic. Okay, so whatever the topic was of the radio show or the podcast or the TV show that you listened to and watched, find blogs that are talking about that same topic. Okay? Why? Because you want to find what people, using native speakers, what people are saying about it, okay? What people are saying about the topic. That's why it's so important to go online, okay? About the topic that you listen to, okay? So whatever it may have been. All right. Now let's move on to the final method for studying English as an intermediate, advanced, or an advanced learner. Okay. The final method, number 5, is write about your daily life. Okay. So for the 5th method, the write about your daily life, the first thing that you want to write about is what lesson or lessons did you learn today? Okay, think about your day and think about what you learned throughout that day. Okay, write down the lesson or lessons you learned. Then you're going to write 3 details about the lesson or those lessons. This is important. Okay, this is going to help you think about English throughout the day. Okay. And the next thing you want to write about is let's put an arrow, one interesting person you met. Now, if you don't meet anyone, you can also say someone you saw or read about. Okay, maybe you saw them online or read about them online. Okay. It's better if it's someone you met, but it can also be someone you read about, okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to give 5 pieces of information about that person. You're going to give who, what, you got it, the 5 W's, when, where you saw them, where you met them, and why they were interesting. Okay, now again, if you need help with this information right here and how to organize it, watch the video that I did that talks about how to make long sentences and also how to organize your thoughts. Okay, the link is right above on the right side. Okay, after this, what you're going to do is you need to write 5 tasks that you accomplished. Okay, 5 tasks you accomplished, okay, today. Okay, what did you do? Now, remember, the order is not important, okay? The order is not important, okay? So let's say, for example, one of your tasks was to watch an English YouTube video and also to write down 3 vocabulary words. It doesn't matter what order you did it in, but you want to write them in your notebook, okay? Tasks that you accomplished. And finally, what you want to do for this method is you want to write something amazing that happened Okay? That happened today. Okay? Something amazing that happened to you. And then what you're going to do is write 3 reasons why it was so amazing. Okay? This method will help you think throughout the entire day in English. I hope this lesson helped you learn how to study English as an intermediate advanced or an advanced learner. Remember, I have a free Speak English ebook that I would love to send to you. So please go to speakenglishwithtiffani.com/ebook and get your free ebook today. And then watch the next video that you'll see on the left side of the screen. Have an amazing day.